I had some envelopes today. Let me see. So, the envelopes, if anybody wants to see, this is actually a map, you know, and I wanted to make some envelopes today as well, and I have, oh my god, a lot. I've hoarded a lot, so, well, I just want to use it, and I think they look very good, you know, making my own flap. And I might put some glue, you know, in the gaps. Let's do that. Let's put some glue in the gap. Hey, Vanessa. Hey, Miss Gigi. Yeah, I think it looks better. You know, they're not like just normal, but I think they're embellished. I've been playing with some modeling paste today. I basically got the modeling paste just because they have, do I have here to show? I think I do. Modeling paste for, you know, acrylic modeling paste, just because of two colors, like these two. I'm not gonna probably use others, or maybe, I don't know. So I was just playing with it and, you know, wanted to make some, and I mixed the silver one with some paint, and you get that shimmery paint. I don't know, I mixed it with pink, so I don't know if you can see it that well. It looks like it's wet on the camera. It's not wet. More of the maps, and another one that it's like made with few papers. This is coloring paper, watercolor paper, acrylics from yesterday, and this is just strip of the atlas, you know, because the flap was too short, so I wanted to put something over. And another one, and I think I'm gonna have to make much more of this kind. And let me show you this one. This one is just one very thin piece of paper. Here is one that I colored today. Very thin, like newspaper thin, but more, I don't know how to say. Yeah, it's like newspaper thin, but it's more manageable because it's smaller. And this is very lightweight, you know, very lightweight. And this was, it didn't have any windows on. So these are more thicker because the paper is more thick. That's all that I wanted to say. So these were from today, and I did some painting. I've been making some papers, like I said. And you know that huge book from, I think it's from a shop or something. Oh, it's getting hotter here. I've managed to actually paint some with, you know, gesso. And I was just putting it on and scraping, and then turning and putting on and scraping. So the color is gonna look nice. Oh man, I didn't know I made so many. I wanted to show you the page from yesterday. If you can see it, looks beautiful. And some of the papers that I made. So, you know, this is a newspaper, and I just I fold it together. Let me see. So I first do the first section and the other section that it's more manageable. And I like that it's very thin paper and you can still see stuff under the paint, you know. I wanted to do some per lesson thingy with that paste. Have to see how it looks on the screen, so I'll have to wait to see. This is a baggie from post office, very thin, and I just put some paint on because I know it's gonna cover very good, and maybe I can still see something. Yeah, not so much, but you know, I like that it's thin paper, so it's not gonna give me much weight on whatever I use it for. More that shiny paper. Oh, I love it. I love this one. And then I did some gold. I mean, I'll probably take the same thing, but I guess I just gonna use like gold and silver. So maybe I should get some gold and silver something. So obviously I have two blues that I didn't know. This is the new one, and this is just the very cheap paint, but it's this. Not sure if you can see it. This is more like that advertisement, but because it's thicker advertisement, whenever I went through with my card, it just made the lines and it didn't seep through because it's semi-glossy, and I just love it. I don't know if you can see it, or I have to see it in the screen. It's shining a lot, I see. But it's, you know, I just love it. I might make like a bunch of these papers for myself because, well, until I don't get like bored with it, but this could be a very nice cover for a journal or something. I'm not even sure that you can actually see it that well, because I cannot see it on my screen. It doesn't look nice at all. So, but in real life it looks phenomenal. Really, it does. And then I got the envelope, and this envelope was tag inside, and when I opened it, it was not glued, so I love this side, but I can just, you know, fold over and make myself, you know, reusable envelope. Initially I was doing stuff like these. Put it in the baggie so I'm not losing everything. You know, I was cutting with that cutter, paper cutter, and I made a few pieces of it, and this is just some smooshing paper with watercolors. You might see some faces and all that, but that's all that it is. Because before I did first envelopes that I did, they were different. They were not like I showed you before. They were something like, let me see. Oh, I have a bunch of them. They were something like this, okay? I need to put something over because something is bothering me with this one. But a lot of them were like this, you know? was just putting so it would look nice and interesting. These are the bigger ones because I didn't have a big sheet of paper like that. That's why I put it like this. So bigger ones, I'm still gonna probably do it like this. And I see I have a bunch of envelopes, man. So that's all that I have right now. Let me sort them. I'm putting the new ones in. Oh, quite a bunch. And I even use the ones, you know, that you put a CD in. You can still mail those. No problemo. So plenty of envelopes in my stack right now. And I don't mind that they're not the same size, you know, the height of the envelope. So I don't mind that at all. Let me put this back. And yeah, with this I just wanted to show you that I just cut a bunch of paper because I wanted to layer them and, you know, put bigger white paper on the middle or something that it's more that it's not so heavy, so I can still write with my pen or Sharpie. So I guess I'll need to include this in some journals, or I'll have to use them on envelopes. And this paper really sucks a lot of water, but when it's dry, this is just some packaging paper, you know, you get in Amazon and all that. And whenever I painted on it and just did this smushing, it was so dark, like so brown dark, that I thought that I didn't put any colors on. But when it was dry, I put it over my iron, and when it was dry, it looked like this. It looked really nice. So I made a bunch of papers, you know, and this is tea-dyed paper, and that was usually a thing that I put over, you know. This would be my big label, I might say, okay. I have just bunch papers and all that. I can show you what kind of labels I'm meaning, if you don't know what I mean by that. Let me just put this aside. I have them right here. This is all of this is old projects, nothing that I did like now. That's why it's all in baggies and all that. So I made like this thingies. Can you see? And I can describe you what I did. This is yellow pages, you know, phone book. And yellow pages gives you different hue of the color when you put it on. When you do it with acrylics or with watercolors, and this is all watercolors. So I just put a few, you know, stripes of watercolors, and oh my god, on 2 pages of glued paper, and then I put some stained, wrinkled, whatchamacallit, graph paper. That's all. And the edging makes it really nice, I think. So I tried some more. This is more vintage like, these two, and this is just like, you know, something, and it's not even edged. So they're just, for me, they're labels, okay? Let's go with labels. Simple labels, just layering 2 pieces, one on the other, you know. And this was even a thing that I wanted to do and then didn't. And I would put that on something like this, or something that is more dark, probably. Something like this, that it's more dark, and I can just use it for a background. You know, the colors don't go together, but you know what I mean. This is the envelope though. recycled paper from an envelope. So that's why I'm saying, you know, big labels to actually, I love these ones. Maybe I should make more. I have no clue what I was just saying. Yeah. I should make more of these. I can still use some paper and all that. And you can put it, I don't know, in the junk journals, you know, just tuck them in and they can be used as labels or whatever. Because I go on and on and on about those journaling cards. Probably you're sick with those already. Okay, they're back back inside in the safe place. I have actually a trimmer that has that kind of blade on. I have so many journaling cards to actually put edging on, like distressing, and I just don't know what I'm gonna do. It's piling up. It's piling up, and I'm still I still didn't do it. I thought I'm gonna do yesterday, but I didn't. I've been streaming for 4 hours and I was like, ugh. I'll make some this. I am thinking if I can actually use some of the papers that are smaller to actually cover this baby. So, because I kind of not fond of this lines that the machine makes, you know. And if I do the collage, I actually tear this out. But in this case, I just want to cover it. For some reason, it bothers me. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. No. I'll save them for bigger. Do I have any bigger here? Might be having them. Yeah, I do, but I should put something over the address and, you know, all that. So let me find a page and just do it the old-fashioned way. Let me see what I got. These are really nice, and this is more thick paper. So I'm gonna save this, and I might use this. This is very silky. This paint is very silky. I don't know how to describe it, but it is. It just is. I'll use this paper. Ooh, yeah, I can fit them here. Good choice. Ooh, I'll use those. I have the whole book of this in German, whatever this is. Statistics or something. Ugh. Well, and it's like thicker paper, so I'm gonna put it like this and just glue it with my cheap glue stick. If my oh, I have to set my phone on ringing. Hello, Louise. Welcome. I have to check if Laura is online or not. Give me a sec. Oh man. I usually do the glue on the paper, so I made a boo-boo, but it's okay. Or sometimes I do just the edges of the envelope and then put it on. Squeegee to the rescue. I have to write something. So what I do next is, you've probably seen me so many times now doing this. Hello, Laura. I usually check how much is the longest part of the flap. So it's about 5, let's say 2 inches. So I'll just cut a little bit up here on the top. So it's gonna be straight, but not necessarily. Hopefully I'm gonna do this straight. And I'll try to do this as well. Hopefully I'm not gonna cut my envelope. Yay! Let's check in case of... Oh, we're all good. I'll just glue the flaps down so they stay stuck to the envelope. Like that, and then I'm gonna get the pin back into the bottle, and I'm just trying to center it on the grid for some reason. And I'll cut 1 centimeter, or you could do like 1/4, I guess, and do the corners like that, because I think it looks very nice when they're neat. And you don't need to measure much if you have this. And then the next thing is just me setting the ruler on the edge of the envelope and just scoring it, even though it's still damp from the glue, but it's all good. It's all good. Here you go, you have your very own recycled envelope. You can see some stuff where the window was, but it's all good. Okay, tell me, Laura, are you gonna go live or what? And then I'll ink this with my poor sponge because I made it like 2 or 3 days ago and it's already crumbling. I don't know. I'll have to find something between felt and makeup sponge. I don't know, something. And I usually use more like black one, not so much brown one. Especially if it's gonna go out, and I just want it to be, you know, that it's not smudging or anything like that. Look, all these pieces of foam. Sponge, maybe. Foam. Let me clean up these bits. And finished. Hey, Irene. Oh, cool. Well, yeah, I've seen that you do a lot of work with, you know, not so traditional things. So you're very much welcome to, you know, to look around and see the videos. Maybe you get some ideas on, you know, because I was making some buttons with toilet rolls, and I have unfinished tags here. Look, they're thick, but they're like, ooh, very good. And these are my my homemade scrapbook paper, you know. I just need to put a ribbon or something through the hole. This is naked. This is still naked, so you can see that it's toilet. And I have, oh my god, if you'd know how many toilet paper rolls I have, I'll have to make a monthly project so I can use all of them, because I'm still collecting them. I know, it's sick. It's just sick. And I put them in baggies and made them separate, and I even made, oh man, let me show you that. I made myself, but I have to get one empty. I'll show you what I did. Almost there. Out of the reach. Oh, I have them. So you know, I've made my we buy a big. This is a big kitchen roll. It's like that big. And in the middle we have this. And this is let me see. This is like 2.5 inches. And this is like 8.5 inches long. And what I did is I made this and this. These babies, they're not nice. They could be, but I didn't want to spend a lot of time on them because I need storage-wise thingy, you know. And this, and this. And I have two more. These are my very cheap very cheap coloring pencils. They're not expensive at all, so they're cheap. Maybe these were, I don't know, but I even put the name on which brand is inside, because some are higher, some are lower, you know. So I did the branding so I know what it is. And you know, I tried few techniques with a hot gun, and you know, my babies. So you could do this with toilet paper as well, probably, but or the kitchen, you know, the small one, but you cannot put so many coloring pens inside. Not pens. What is it? Oh man, my brains. And even though I have so many of them, I still got out and bought this. So this is 36 and 12. So I have to make more for these two packets, because I hate to just open and put them back in. I hate that, so I have to do that. And this is just for coloring pencils. I don't store anything else like this. Just pencils and coloring pencils. Anything that doesn't contain any ink inside. Hey, dirty paintbrush. Yeah, I can get, oh. Let me find the link to the... I was copying something else. So... there is actually, I do a lot of recycling, and I want to see who she sent link to. Oh yeah, Rails is good with that too. You should check her channel too. You'll get some ideas and all that. Let me put this back, because I have no space at all anymore. Too much crafting stuff. And you know, probably Laura, because she has very thin, small hands, you know, she could actually fit her hand through. And she could make a bangle or something. So I found a cover for my pen pal, for my journal pal thingy, you know, remember this? So I got the thingy for this, finally, right? Finally. I was thinking yesterday what should I do, so I might do it in this, but I still didn't have any time to actually do it, because doing other stuff, having too much fun with other stuff. So yeah, have no clue what I was doing before. Which one, Kazia? Which one? You bought a new one, or the one that Christy has as well, and me? That one? Could you figure it out and all that? I'll make another envelope, won't I? Let's do it. is again the same one. I usually like to use thin paper with envelopes that don't have any flaps. So that's why I'm gonna change the paper, because I think it's going to be better if the paper is more thicker. Oh, wait. Laura, you didn't say what's with your streaming? Sorry, hon, Gigi, tell me what's wrong. What's wrong with the your live stream? Doesn't want to go on? I think I'm gonna fit it right here. So I'll just cut the sides off and the bottom, because it's gonna fit, right? Yes. I'll just cut around and save the bits. If I can find my ruler. Oh, you're eating lunch. Okay. Then have a great meal, you know. Let it be very good. Hope it's good. What's with this craft knife? Where is my other one? Nobody knows. Is cool, Kadia. Yeah. Well, you can do pretty much whatever you want with that machine, I think. And I think it's a great purchase. If I could make my dresses, then, you know, man. When I do the stitching on the paper and all that. And yours is newer. Mine's like 3 or 4 years old. So this is very old, what is it called? Atlas. That not even it's so old that the countries are not as they were, you know. It changed a lot, I think. And I even like this. I would even put probably this on the bigger envelope. But let's just go with what I have. And the brown looks good too, man. Oh well. I'll do it like this. Yes. Hi, Kim. Who's Kim? Where what? Dirty paintbrush, you're Kim? Sorry, I don't know. I'm bad with names, and I need to see people a lot of times and communicate and all that, so I actually know their names if they don't have names in their you know, channel name and all that. You know what I mean. You probably do. So I've been making envelopes and watching YouTube today, and then I just wanted to do something else. I wanted to watch a movie or something, and then I started to watch soap opera again, and I got sucked into it, you know. At the at the, I think it's 23 episode from 120. It's gonna take me a long time to watch, but you know, I just get sucked into stuff. My boyfriend says it's that happens to me all the time. Start watching something that it's series or this case soap opera, I'll just keep on watching. Okay, dirty paintbrush, you are Kim. That's good. Nice to meet you. Give me a second, please. Yeah. Hey. Come on. Sam live, dragați. Kapa si rabo? Jaz ti priporočam, da vzameš tisto, ko imaš v roki, pa kakorkoli boš mogel iti še enkrat nazaj, če ne bo v redu. Prav. Prav, čau. I'm not sure if I made it okay or not. My boyfriend was calling just to, if I could do something, and then I just said buy it, and if it's not correct, just, you'll have to go back either way. So he was like, yeah, you're right. I might leave the whole flap with, let me see, this is 5, no, 5.5. This ruler makes me really, can't see because of the glare, I can't see anything. Five. Oh, I'm not watching stuff on TV. We do have, but it's like somewhere in a box or something. We do own TV, 3 TVs, but not watching them. We're basically having TV to just extend our screens, but I wanted to say that I'm watching online, you know. So that's that. It's like a Netflix thingy, but it's not on Netflix, but it's like Slovenian Netflix with different name. And you get 14 days for free and all that, but we're paying for it because it's cheap, and my mom's watching on it, and we all watch the same thing. I mean, not the same soap opera, but the same like Netflix thing. I mean, just that. Oh, I'm glad that I made it shorter. It's so much better now. These are just gorgeous, I think. They are gorgeous. Whoever gets it, it's gonna be very happy, I think. And I can save this trip. So, I was making some, you know, Franken papers. This one you probably already seen. You know, the strips, I'm gluing the strips together. And I could actually use, like, Rails did, you know, putting strips on. Because this is easier for me than putting them on the actual envelope. So I might do that. Yeah. Might. Not sure yet, but I'm not gonna put this ugly piece of on, because I think it's, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. So Bedtime? It's 7:07 p.m. here, so it's close to bedtime almost. Yeah, lots to choose from. I had a problem. I stopped paying for what is it called? I just said it. Netflix, because I've watched every series possible that I could find there that I was interested in, and then was just not anymore. I don't watch movies much because I like something that it's continuous and it's, like YouTube channels. You go and you see and you go till, when people were evolving and doing the videos, and you go from the start and you watch it as a, as a continuous series, You know what I mean, right? So I did that, and where is my masking tape? Here. I did that, and I love kind of, to continue the story. That's what I like for some reason. Was thinking what I'm gonna put here. I have another paper, but this is like watercolor paper, so I'm gonna just wipe it off because it's very I'm not in the mood for fixing, so it's very grainy, so let me wipe it off a little bit. Okay, it's all good. Yeah, I prefer Netflix or something that I can watch online, even it's through torrent or anything like that, because, whenever I have time, I'm gonna watch, not whenever they are putting it on the TV. And with this soap opera that I'm watching, there is no ads. I can just watch for 45, 50 minutes without watching any stupid ads. It makes me happy, I'm trying to align the bottom, which I did the terrible job, but the one side and the bottom, that's what I usually try to align. These pages are perfect. I have a whole book, so I can just make some painty papers in the book and tear them out whenever. And I'll use it very quickly. That's good sizing. That's really good sizing. So you don't need to cut all around. And I'm all for those, quick ways. Not always, but if I have to do 20 million of this kind of envelopes because I hoarded them so much, or I can trash them, but I don't want to trash them, then yes, then that's how it is. Oh, I wanted to cut this first. Are you a quick eater, Laura? Or are you a slow eater, Laura? That's a good question. That's actually a good question, probably. And do not talk with full mouth. I'll have to put some chicken wings again in. Because yesterday I was not making any chicken wings, and since I'm not eating any pork or the other animals, I'll eat some chickens. And I like chicken breasts too. And all that, that's all good. Nothing wrong with that. Just, you have to buy them. This is still a bit sticky, but you know, I'll just try to align a little bit to be close to it. And I'm probably gonna use this small bits of paper. Crazy me, crazy me. So what are you guys doing at this time? Except watching, listening to me. Oh. You making some recycled envelopes too? Vanessa, take your time. I have to check the chat more often. Yeah, Louise, you should try on Netflix or something like that and watch whatever you want. Not whatever they push into your face, you know, because TVs are... I mean, we have 3 TVs and we put our computer screens on, and then you have, you know, 2 computer screens. You know, the computer one and the one that it's extended, and you can watch movie, you can play a video, you can play whatever while you're doing stuff. You can play Laura on the bigger screen, and you do other stuff on your computer, and the Laura has these big hands and this big everything there, and big Happy Mail and big everything, and you know, you can do that, no problem. So you can just you can choose whatever you want to stream and watch, and you know, I think this is nearly to perfect. Nearly. Because I can see some that it's not. Probably I'm the only one that it's so precise about these envelopes. Jeez. And I have to edge them. I'm gonna edge all of them. I'm not gonna forget that, because they look better if they're more defined, I think. Yay, Kazia! We want to watch you. I want to see that. I really want to. Please just post it, like, you know, post it on the group so we'll know and all that. Please. Have a great meal. Cable? What do you mean by cable? I was watching Cartoon Network and all that, but the only problem with that is that they have the same ads, the same everything, and I was just knowing them, you know, whenever they showed up, I could sing right next to it. Because that is bad. That is bad. That's not good. This page... Do I have another envelope? That's the question. Good question. Let me see. I do have. Most certainly. Most certainly I do. Have a bigger one. Let me see what I can find. Can you see that? Let me see if you can actually see this. So if the envelope is basically very ripped or anything like here is, I usually put a masking tape on. Try to straighten the edges and all that. And then I just put a masking tape on and smooth it very nicely, because I know it's gonna hold good and, you know, all that. And then I just, you know, finish it off with that. There's some tape on the back that I wanted to put down. So I'll probably do some flowers, something here. Let me see. Oh, so sorry. I could do this, right? Because it's over the back, but because it's like this, I'll think I'm just going to put another tape on this side and it's gonna look the same. You know what I mean? You know what, guys, what I mean? I just need something that it looks the same, like it's supposed to be like that. Just I'm not sure how I'm gonna put the papers on this one. Let me see if I can find something. Ooh, I have something, man. I have a big page. Since I've been doing this, you know, the newspaper. Glittery one. I think I'm gonna use the pink one. I think this is the most perfect one. Oh, I should put another tape on the other side. You can't miss a rosemary fabric pack? What does that mean? Is rosemary on? Or are you trying to say something else? You gonna go live or not? Yeah, I do a lot of salvaging and all that. I do a lot of recycling. A lot. And if you think that, I don't know, the edges or anything, it's like, that it's gonna torn again. This is not glued so nicely together. But either way, you can put a masking tape on and then just put something over it. I think this is gonna go like this. Very nicely. So, how I'm gonna do this? Let me think. I'll have to cut this out first, so... Try to do with my ruler here. I have so much space, a lot of space here, yes. That's what I wanted to say. So, my sheet is ready. Sheet of paper. And I'm gonna put this on, and it's gonna still be very lightweight because this is just newspaper, you know, that I put some acrylics on. And you could actually stamp this. Should we stamp this? Should we? Oh man, I think I would. I would make some flowers on. What do you think, guys? Yes or no? Yes or no? Let me see what I have. Flowers. Swirlies. I have some flowers though. But something that I can actually fit on this. This kind of, maybe. Barely. In my time, in my future, is 7:22 p.m. I don't know when the guy from for the cars is gonna come today, but whenever he does, I'll have to go off so I can show him what he has to do and all that. And we talk about stuff and all that. Because I really want to go downstairs because it's already time, you know. It's time. It's time. So I'll just put some flowers on. I think I should have some cushion. Because this is not going to be so good if I don't use any cushion. Cushion, come back. Cushion. So I'll start here and just put a few flowers. I don't have the whole mat. If I do, there's, I don't know where. Oh, this is gonna look very nice. And you know what? If you have, oh, give me a second, please. Yep. Yep. Ne. Bro. Ciao. Dio. Dio. Yeah, Dio. Ciao. Yeah, fortunately I'll have to go, but I don't know if I'm gonna go live again, but the guy for the tiles came, so sorry. I'll be back maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, but I'm very glad that you stayed with me, and see you later, guys. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome. Before I had to take off, and I just continued what I was doing before, and I wanted to show you. Let me see if you can see how it looks like. Yeah, looks really nice. So I wanted to finish this. Probably nobody's gonna watch because it's 11 p.m. here. Oh, I don't know, but sorry, that was me. So yeah, I just wanted to, you know, finish this because I can get some extra light from above if I do that. And why not just put it on the stream? I'm making a I wanted to cover the envelope, but now I'm making the like paper, you know, design paper. And because the acrylics are matte, it can give you the perfect thing to actually put your beautiful old coloring pencils on. I'm doing like in sections. Hope you can see. It's like I have dark blue here. I have green, like yellow green, and then I have lighter blue, and then I have this green turquoise-ish color. And I think I'm gonna put more green into it. I had to actually make my I forgot how you said you know, sharpen them. I had to actually do that. I just want to make it a little bit different so it's not so same pattern everywhere and same colors. So I want to make it more alive because it's like soggy and all like sad with just that. And I did put a few, you can see this dots, 3 dots. Those are from I did with gel pen. Silver gel pen, I think it was. This one, glittery silver man, tongue twister. And then I put a little bit of dots in the middle, but you know, it's almost invisible. You can see some shimmer, but not much. But it's, you know, some simple. So I stamped it, I finished it with smaller stamps, and then what I did is just start coloring the page. And I always try to turn my page so it's easy to color. And I'll try to scan this though, if it's gonna look okay on the scanner, but we'll see. Because I'm afraid that this shimmery thingy is not, they're not gonna look as nice. So, and this is more than A4, so I wanted to do some more, and maybe let's go with the purple. I want to do some testing. It's almost invisible, almost. Dark green? Yeah, dark green would do, but gray? I'll try if I can do like each, not every edge petal, but every second. With gray. So this one skips. And this one, and this one. And yeah, then I have two same colors, but I'll just leave as it is. Yes. I think this could work, but I don't know. I wish to have another color. I'll just try to experiment a little bit. Yikes. Well, I think I'll just continue with this, and I'll try to come back tomorrow and show what I got. Probably on this same stream. So it's gonna be a very long stream. Yeah, I think I can do both because I think this pops more than this. This looks more sad to me. Let me see if you can see. Can you see? Oh man. Focus. You should focus, right? Sorry, guys. He doesn't want to. Looks okay, though. Those flowers look nice. So I'll try to do, even though it's very dark red, I think I have to sharpen it a little bit. But I think it's gonna work because whenever I do apply color on colored paper, you get different tones. And what you could do, you can try, because we don't use a lot of black paint, you can try to put, take your card and just do the black acrylic paint on the newspaper. And then try to do different colors with colored pencils. Try to see which one looks the best on it. Probably like vibrant colors, more like not so dark colors. Maybe dark colors too, I don't know. Just try it out, okay? And then you can stamp it with acrylics again and make some flowers, or you can just go with Posca pen and stuff and color the Posca pen in. You know, you have so many choices. You get tomorrow. Thank you very much, and